Hey Savage family, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make the perfect grilled chicken wings. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. So first I start off a freshly washed chicken with the vinegar and water 3 times. And then in the description box, I actually listed all the ingredients as well as seasonings that I used. And here I'm just sprinkling a little bit of seasoning on the chicken. And you don't want to start off just pouring the whole thing. You want to gradually go because you don't want to be too overbearing with the seasoning. And here I'm just going to mix everything around, and then I'm just going to make sure that each piece of chicken gets lightly coated with the seasoning. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this bowl as well. The reason why I split it into 2 is because I'm actually going to be using 2 sauces. So I just thought it made sense to put one in one bowl and the other in another bowl. And here I'm just going to go again and just continue seasoning the chicken. I like doing this process because you can kind of gauge and see, all right, this doesn't have a lot of seasoning, which is a lot better because you don't want to put too much seasoning and your food is salty. They're never going to call your food salty, okay? But again, here I'm just going to toss the chicken around, and then I'm just going to repeat the same process with both bowls. And I'm going to finish it off with the finishing touches of the last seasonings. Again, repeating the process to make sure that every piece of chicken is evenly coated with some seasoning. Make sure you mix thoroughly and make sure that each piece of chicken is actually coated in some seasoning. So for the final touches, I added some chicken magi. I just wanted to top it with some of that because I felt like it was missing. So here I'm just lightly adding some chicken magi, and then I'm going to just repeat the same process like I did before. I'm going to thoroughly mix the chicken just to make sure that each piece of chicken gets a seasoning. Every chicken has to be seasoned. That won't be fair. So now I split it, and I'm going to be using barbecue sauce for the first bowl. So what I'm going to do is just lightly put some barbecue sauce on it. I like doing this because you put the barbecue sauce right after you season it, and then it marinates, and then you put it on after again. So here, that's what I'm doing, and then I'm going to just toss around the chicken just to make sure that each piece actually gets some barbecue sauce on it. Also, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a drop of oil to the chicken wings. What this does is it reassures that when you're grilling the chicken that it doesn't stick to the foil, as well as locking in the moisture so it can be a little juicy when you're grilling the chicken. So here what I'm just doing is tossing the chicken around just to make sure that each piece of chicken has some oil on it as well. And as you guys know, here on my channel, I like to season food and then keep it overnight to be refrigerated. So here I'm saran wrapping the bowls just to make sure that it locks in the moisture and the seasoning. I'm going to leave it overnight so then when I grill in the morning, my chicken is perfectly ready to be cooked. And now I'm going to repeat the same process with my other bowl. And I'm using my absolute favorite sauce, you guys. And it is called Hittin Sauce. Check them out on Instagram. I'm telling you, you guys will not regret it. They sponsor me and they're very, very lit. So here I'm just going to repeat the same process. I'm just going to add the sauce on the chicken wings. I actually had a half a bottle that was open. So here, I'm just going to use the half a bottle. Make sure that I finish everything. You guys, we're not letting nothing go to waste. Absolutely not. And we shook it up. Make sure that we get all the juices. And then I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to toss the chicken around in the sauce. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to just add a little more sauce because I can tell that I didn't have enough. I'm just going to kindly add some more. And then I'm going to repeat the process in regards to just tossing the chicken around in the Hittin sauce. I'm also going to add a little bit of oil here as well. Then I'm going to mix that around just to make sure that each piece of chicken has some oil on it so that it doesn't stick to each other when it's time to be grilled. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to saran wrap this as well. I'm going to keep this refrigerated overnight. If for any chance you're not able to saran wrap your food and keep it overnight, you can keep it in the fridge for like about an hour and you'll get a similar effect. Okay, so now it is the next day and I'm starting on the grill. I'm going to coat with some oil, then I'm just going to spread it around just to make sure that nothing sticks together, and I'm also not trying to clean the grill after. So here I'm just going to spread the oil. Make sure that the chicken doesn't stick, or just make sure that it creates its own little juice. So here I'm going to show you guys that the chicken has actually been very marinated overnight, and it's time to cook these bad boys. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just place the chicken. You don't have to do how I did. Again, you guys know here on my channel, I'm very extra, but you just want to make sure that you have an even space between each chicken, so that they can fully be cooked. You don't ever want to overcrowd a grill because it gives it a longer time for the chicken to cook. So just be very careful. You don't have to do it the way I did it, but make sure that you use all the space that you can. It was hot outside, you guys. Trying to stay outside all day grilling. Now I'm just going to let this sit and have it cook for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and check on the wings. So now it's been 15 minutes and the first side has gently been cooked. So what I'm going to do here is just flip each side just to make sure that each side of chicken gets cooked. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cover the lid and have this cook for another 10 to 15 minutes as well. You guys also want to take your time because this is very hot. I literally almost burnt myself so many times. So if you have any type of tool, like if you have a pair of tongs just to help you to flip the chicken, please make sure that you use that. As you can see, some of the pieces of chicken were actually sticking to the foil, but don't let that stop you because sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But that is the life of a chef. As you can see, I have a little thing that I do. I feel it out, and if it's working, I feel it out, and if it's working, I start to wiggle the chicken. See right here? You wiggle it just to make sure, like, you ready to go? Wiggle, ready to go? All right. So I am almost done flipping the chicken, and again I'm going to cover it. I'm going to let this cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you guys are going to see the transformation and how good these bad boys start to look. So now you can see that they start to get this golden color. I told you guys the grill gets really burnt, but it's okay. That's how you know that you're doing something good. So here the chicken is pretty much almost finished. Well, finished. So I start the wiggling process, and then I remove the chicken gently. And I just repeat the same process for all, like, each bowl. As you guys can see, grilling chicken on the grill is super easy. You just got to make sure that you're patient and you're ready to devour these very, sometimes char, chicken wings. As you guys can see, it was very difficult removing the chicken from the grill due to the foil and due to the burntness, but it's okay. I kind of like my chicken a little char. I don't know about you guys. Comment down below and let me know how you guys like your chicken wings. And after I have removed each chicken wing from the grill, I'm going to resauce them in the sauce just to give it that saucy finish. And here we go, you guys. We are done. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video on how I made the perfect grilled chicken wings. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on my channel, as well as sending this to your friends and family. I'll see you guys next time. Stay blessed.